breakdown of all the key issues. Thank you, Lydia.
And joining us now from the Supreme Court, Louisiana Attorney General Liz Murrill. AG Murrill, it's great to have you on the program. You are leading this case. The allegations are that the government has been overstepping to order some of these social media companies to censor certain users. What are the implications of a Supreme Court ruling here on free speech in this new digital era?
You know, I think the implications are enormous. There's a lot hanging in the balance here. If the Supreme Court sanctions what the federal government did, we have thousands of pages of emails and documents in the record that support the findings of the courts below that describe this as a sprawling enterprise, Orwellian in nature, to censor the American public. So I think the consequences are very grave if the Supreme Court says that we have no remedy for that.
Attorney General, if you win, how will users of social media feel it at home? Will they notice a difference?
Look, that's one of the hardest things about this case. It's hard for them to even know they're being censored. When the government could go in the back room with big tech platforms and get the tech platforms to do its dirty work, you don't know that it's happened to you. So we knew, and we had some reason to believe that it was happening. We were tracking certain speech of our own and engaging with certain people, like Jill Hines, who's a plaintiff in this case from Louisiana, and we knew that speech was being interfered with. We've found that the enterprise was far deeper and broader than we even knew, because the judge allowed us to engage in discovery and obtain a lot of those documents, and we still have a lot of work to do.
AG, come June, when we're likely expected to get a decision, what do you see changing when it comes to big tech or free speech or government regulation?
You know, look, I do hope that the big tech companies will stand tall against the government's pressure here. There were questions today about whether, if this kind of pressure had been brought to bear on the New York Times or the Washington Post, how would that have been received by those kind of traditional news organizations? And I think I can answer that. I think it wouldn't have been received very well, but the tech platforms were being pressured behind closed doors and being threatened with attacks on Section 230 immunity and other things. And so, you know, I do hope that they will stand tall and strong against this kind of pressure.
And now we wait for a decision. Attorney General, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.